Hello friends, welcome to the NISHCHAY Series. As you know, in NISHCHAY Series we are covering MCQs plus case studies plus the theory behind it. So today I'll be covering mainly Basel. Basel norms means there are certain various topics in Basel. CRAR, then what is Basel 1 to 3, some important questions on that. And it is the crux of BFM. Crux means it is the main matter of BFM. You can't imagine BFM without Basel norms. So that's why I'll be covering Basel norms today. Importantly, remember, share it with your friends, everyone. Share the same with your friends, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon. Okay, don't miss this. Because what happens, you'll watch everything and then you'll forget to like it. Like it first only. Okay. I'll be covering the important case study over here. Okay. So now let's begin. Which are the important components of Pillar 2 of Basel II framework, that is supervisory review? Now this, even if you say Basel 2 and 3, it's one and the same. Because Basel 2 and Basel 3, both are having the same frameworks. Only Basel 3 is enhanced version. Understand this. Framework is same, only it's enhanced version. So, which are the important components of Pillar 2 of Basel 2 or 3 framework? So, which are those? Pillar 2, kindly remember, Pillar 2. What are the 3 pillars? So, 3 pillars of Basel are Basel 2 or 3, anything, huh? What are the 3 pillars? Everyone in the comment section. I've taken this in one of the earlier treasury questions. What are the 3 pillars? Everyone in the comment section. It is minimum capital, right? Minimum capital. Okay, minimum capital, pillar 1. Pillar 2, SREP. Supervisory review, okay, and evaluation process, SREP. And third one is market discipline. Discipline. These are the 3 pillars of Basel. Okay, kindly note. You might be knowing this, but then also it's a revision. Market discipline, SREP. This minimum capital, SREP and market discipline. Okay. Here the question asked is on this SREP. Which are the 2 important components of Pillar 2? Now this already we have discussed. There are 3 main minimum capital requirements: credit, market and ops. Okay. Here you have various ratios which have been added in Basel 3. LCR, NSFR, these have been added in this. In SREP, which is an important document, the 2 important documents are, read this, SREP and CRAR. SREP itself is supervisory review. So this is out. ICAP and SREP. CRAR and ICAP. SREP over here. SREP, CRAR and ICAP. Now, Pillar 2 we are talking of, Pillar 2. In Pillar 2, kindly remember, CRAR, this is a part in Pillar 1, minimum capital. In Pillar 2, the answer comes, the right answer over here is, let me see from your side first, in the comment section. Everyone answer in the comment section. Yes, it is ICAP and SREP. ICAP and SREP. Okay. Internal capital adequacy, this process. Okay. ICAP and SREP. These are the 2 important components of your supervisory review. What is ICAP? ICAP is a document. Here, ICAP is a document which each bank should have. ICAP is a document which each bank should have. ICAP is prepared by the banks on the guidelines of RBI. RBI will provide the guidelines and based on that, bank will prepare the documents. Okay. So this ICAP is challenged by RBI or the auditor under SREP. Kindly note this. ICAP, bank prepares the ICAP. Bank prepares the ICAP. Okay, ICAP document, internal capital adequacy document. Okay, assessment process. And then auditor. Auditor means it can be RBI also. It can be any auditor also. Mainly RBI. RBI focuses on this. RBI forms the part of this SREP. SREP is performed by the auditor, mainly RBI. RBI challenges the ICAP. RBI will challenge this ICAP of the bank. Means your ICAP has so and so flaws. There is a ICAP number given. There is a grading to the ICAP. So RBI will challenge this ICAP under SREP. Okay. And if your ICAP is proper, then RBI will say you are okay. If your ICAP has loopholes, then RBI will point out. Okay. So the answer is this, ICAP and SREP. Okay. Got it, everyone? ICAP has one more document within itself. That's called as ILAP. Now this I'll cover someday else. ILAP. Liquidity. Now okay. One second, let me see. Students are saying, okay, cover this also. ILAP. See this. Very simple. You got this? Shall I rub this now? You got it, everyone? Okay. What is ICAP and ILAP? Because these two are important points in your Basel II and III. ICAP and ILAP. See this. Kindly remember, this is big document. This is ICAP. ICAP. Internal capital adequacy. This is for the bank. Okay. In this bank, there can be various customers, big customers, like Reliance, Tata, or any, you name it. I'm just naming few because you know the names. There can be 1,000 customers, big ones. So ILAP is prepared for each one separately. ILAP. Liquidity assessment. Each customer's liquidity is assessed separately under ILAP. And all the ILAPs together when they are combined, okay, they form the part of this ICAP. Got it, everyone? So understand this logic of ICAP and ILAP. Okay? ILAP is a part of the ICAP. ILAP is for individual customers. ICAP is for the bank. Got it, everyone? Move on. Which of the following is not one of the Basel framework's ways of calculating credit risk? Which of the following is not one of the Basel framework's ways of calculating credit risk? Now, credit risk only. We are specifically on credit risk. So, which of them is not the way of calculating credit risk? Think value at risk approach, standardized approach, foundation internal rating based approach, and advanced internal rating based approach. Credit risk. Which of them is not the correct approach for calculating credit risk? Yes? Okay. Let me give you the approaches first. I'll discuss credit risk right now. Here. Credit risk is found out using three approaches. Three. Which are the three? One is standardized approach. Second is FIRB, foundation internal rating based approach. And third one is AIRB, advanced internal rating based approach. Okay. Now RBI wants every bank to be on this level, advanced internal rating based. If you can't be there, at least be on the standardized approach. Okay. What is this? I'll give you in brief. Under standardized approach, the ratings of various customers, various loans, and your investments here. Bank not only gives the loans, it also does investments in bonds. Whenever you get money from the depositor, this is the bank. Okay? Bank. Bank will get money from whom? Depositors. Various depositors and borrowings. There are 2-3 ways. Bank gets money from one, depositors, deposit, right? Second is borrowings. Bank also borrows the funds. Interbank borrowings. Interbank borrowings means SBI will borrow from PNB, PNB will borrow from Bank of Baroda, interbank borrowings. These are mainly repo plus rates, repo plus 0.25, 0.5 like that, depending on the need and urgency. So bank will get the funds from these sources of funds and they will apply the funds where? Mainly they will apply for in two ways. What are these two ways? Number one, loans. They will give the loans. And second, they will do the investments. Investments. Bank will do the investment. So both these, when I give the loans to the customers, right? Customers. So who will know whether this customer is good customer or bad customer? So the rating to this customer, this rating under standardized approach is done by external agencies. Similarly for bonds, investment will be done in mainly bonds. So who will tell me whether the bonds are good, worthy, not worthy, risky? Who will tell me? So under standardized approach, this rating is given by the external agencies. Now which are the external agencies? CRISIL, ICRA, Fitch, these all. Okay. There are various agencies. For India we have separate, for Bharat we have separate, and for foreign we have separate. Okay. So under standardized approach, we get the rating from these external agencies. Under FIRB, the bank gives their own internal ratings for all these, both of these, customer also and bonds also, internal ratings. But the guidelines and the framework is given by RBI under FIRB. The inputs are given by RBI under FIRB. Under AIRB, what happens? The guidelines, the framework, that is also decided by the bank, and the rating is also given by the bank. So everything is done by the bank. Okay, but this level is very difficult to get. Why? Because RBI will give AIRB approach to those banks only in which it is confident that the bank won't do any mishap or won't do any fraud in this ratings. Okay, so these are the three ways. So the question remains, where is the answer? Which is not the way? So the answer is this, value at risk. This is not the way, okay, of calculating credit risk. Got it? Then this VAR is for what then? If it is not for credit risk, then it is for what? This VAR approach is used for market risk. Market risk. See, this is credit risk. Similarly, we have market risk. Under market risk, you have two types of approaches. It's a big topic, market risk actually. Okay, there are two types of approaches. One is duration approach. Under duration approach, you have two approaches again. Who can tell me what are the two approaches under duration approach? Modified duration approach, and second one is BPV approach. Modified duration and BPV. Okay, and the second approach in this is VAR. Okay, so duration and VAR. Got it? Next. Similarly, then you ask me, sir, credit you told, market you told. What about the ops? Operations, we have three approaches. In fact, in the market also there is one standardized approach. Market risk also we have a standardized approach. Now in operations risk, we have three approaches. Okay, why should I tell you? You tell me in the comment section. Which are the three approaches for operations risks? Tell me, everyone. Three approaches for operations risk. Shall I give you? Everyone? Shall I give you? See, here, we are not only covering the questions, we are covering some important theory also in this. Because in exam, anything can be asked. So, basic indicator approach, standardized approach, and advanced measurement approach. BIA, standardized, and AMA, advanced measurement. Each topic means you say basic indicator or AMA or standard is itself a half an hour topic. So that's why follow this and we'll cover it whenever it comes. Okay. So now value at risk approach, that is market risk. It is used in market risk. Clear everyone? Move on. Next. Which of the following areas of disclosures are required under Pillar 3 market discipline of Basel norms? Or disclosures are required. What it means basically where the disclosure is to be made. Firstly, what is Pillar 3? Pillar 1 I discussed, minimum capital, credit risk, market risk, OPS, LCR, NSFR, leverage ratio, CRAR, all these are in Pillar 1. Pillar 2 I discussed, SREP, ICAP, ILAP. Done. What about Pillar 3? Pillar 3 is market discipline. It is for the investor. Investor means what? Investor has to do nothing. Investor has to just put the funds. It is for the disclosure to the investor. So that investor gets each and every aspect, each and everything going on in the bank. Okay? That is the meaning. So, which of the following areas of disclosure are required under Pillar 3? So, is credit risk required to be disclosed? Means, does the investor need to know the credit risk in the bank? Market risk? Does the investor need to know the market risk? Similarly, internal rating risk. Similarly, ops risk. Equities from bank book position and capital structure and adequacy. Which of them are required to be disclosed to the investor? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6? 5 is not there. Okay? 5 is not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All the 6. 1, 4, 1, 5 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 6. So which one is required to be disclosed to the investor? Why should the investor know this? Because here, investor has invested the money. Investor has invested the money. If investor has invested the money, okay, his money is at risk. Isn't it? Simple logic. If you have, let's say you are the investor, I am the investor in one of the bank. What will you always think? Wherever I put the money, is it safe or not? How will you know whether it's safe or not? By looking at the various risks in that bank. If you put some money in some shares, you buy some shares in the stock market, you check the rates, any news comes on that share, this happened, immediately you say, sell. Why? Risk. Similarly, any investor in the bank will also look at this risk, isn't it? So, which are the risks which are required by the investor to be known? Think. Answer is all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All. Obviously, if I leave this 5 equities from bank book position and something arises in that bank book position only. What is bank book position? Here, every bank has 2 books, means mainly 2 books. There are 3 actually, mainly 2. Bank book and trading book. Bank book is for the compliance part, CRR, SLR. Trading book is for the profit part. Right? Here, BFM is huge. The more you go deep, the more you'll have, the more you'll find out new terms in this. So, bank book is basically for compliance part. This is basically daily banking activities. And trading book is for profit, proprietary position we call it, for the treasury. So, equities from bank book, does the investor need to know? Yes, investor needs to know the bank book, trading book, even the client's book. Everything the investor needs to know because he is putting money. Who is the owner of the bank? Investor. Owner of the bank is investor, isn't it? So, B is the answer. Got it? Next. Which of the following statement is false? Here, understand the question. False. False. Regarding Basel III implementation in India. So, which of the following statement is false regarding Basel III implementation in India? Read this first. Read this. The tier 1 capital ratio must be composed of at least 4.5% of CET1. In India, we are talking of India, Bharat. Okay, we must call it Bharat now, not India. Okay, Bharat is the real name. So, tier 1 capital ratio must be composed of at least 4.5% of CET1. Maximum tier 1 capital ratio must be 8%. It must be 8%. Here we are talking from Basel perspective. Basel. There are two perspectives in our country. One is Basel, second is RBI. RBI is more stricter than Basel. RBI is very strict. It has kept 1% extra than Basel. Okay. So tier 1 must be composed of at least 4.5%. CET1 means 4.5% of CET1. Maximum tier 1 capital ratio must be 8%. Minimum total capital ratio must be 9% of the total risk weighted assets. Minimum total capital ratio plus capital conservation buffer must be 11.5%. Now you want a false one. Remember, you want a false one. So which is false? Let me make this 5.5. 5.5, not 4.5, because in Bharat, we have 5.5% of CET1. Okay? As per RBI norms. So which of them is false? False over here is this one. Minimum tier 1 capital ratio must be 8%. It is false. Why is it false? Okay, what should be the correct answer then? Minimum tier 1 capital ratio should be what percent? If this is false, then what is the right answer? Yes, what is the right answer? Think. Okay, let me explain you. See this, always remember, the structure is, how is the structure? There are two structures in our country. One is Basel structure, second is RBI structure. Okay, one is Basel, second is RBI. What is it? Let's see. See this. First one is, we'll go as per the Basel structure. In Basel structure, what happens? Basel. Okay. And this is RBI. Okay. Basel and RBI. In Basel, what happens? Minimum CET1. See this. CET1. CET1. Minimum CET1 as per Basel structure is 4.5%. And as per RBI, it is 5.5%. Okay. So CET1 is what? It is composed of 4 components. Paid up capital, reserves and surplus, net profit. Okay. And revaluation reserves. These are the 4 components of CET1. Then afterwards comes AT1. Here I am covering it in crisp. Crisp means short. Otherwise, again, this is the big topic. So this CET1. Second is AT1, additional tier 1. This consists of PNCP, perpetual non-cumulative preference shares, and IPDI, innovative perpetual debt instruments. This should be 1.5. That is common for all. 1.5%. Similarly, over here 1.5%. So this total becomes tier 1. This total is tier 1. T1, tier 1. So tier 1 is as per Basel. It is 4 plus 1 5 and is 5 6, right? So it is 6%. tier 1 as per Basel and as per RBI, 5 plus 1 6 and 1 7, so 7%. Tier 1 is 7% as per RBI. That's why I said RBI is stricter. RBI has kept 1% extra. And specifically in tier 1, CET1 it has kept. Everything else is same. CET1 is just changed by RBI. RBI has made it 1% extra, 5.5. Whereas in Basel it is 4.5. Remaining everything is same. So once you change the base, immediately the whole structure changes. Now this is T1. Similarly, what about T2? T2 is same. In Basel also, in RBI also, 2%. So T2 is 2%. Tier 2, I'll write it over here. T2 is 2%. For both, RBI also, Basel also. So total CRAR, as per Basel, it will be what? 6 plus 2. See here, total capital is what? Tier 1 plus Tier 2. So 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 2, 8. This as per Basel it will be what? 6 plus 2 equals to 8. And what about this RBI? As per RBI it will be, I'll write it over here. One second. So as per RBI it will be RBI. As per RBI it will be 7 plus 2. So that is equal to 7 plus 2. That is equal to 9. And here it is 8. Okay. So this is the overall structure. 8 for Basel and 9 for RBI. And if you go higher, if you add buffer, CCB, capital conservation buffer, then what happens? This gets added to 2.5%. See, this is given over here. Must be 11.5%. This. So 2.5% will be added to 9% as per RBI. We follow RBI. We don't follow Basel. Because RBI is stricter. So our total CRAR should be 11.5%, including CCB. And this has been made compulsory now. All the banks need to maintain a minimum CRAR of 11.5%, including CCB. CCB is 2.5% based on tier 1 only. Kindly note, CCB, capital conservation buffer, has to be kept as a percentage of tier 1 only, because it's a free capital. Tier 1 is known as going concern, free capital. Tier 2 is known as gone concern, paid capital. Means you have to pay interest on it. Got it? Too heavy? Becoming too heavy? Yeah? Got it, everyone? See, this is the overall structure of Basel. If you understand this structure, then it's done. Plus, I'll give you one more here. 11.5 you have come up to using CCB. Now, in terms of distress or in terms of high liquidity, RBI imposes one more buffer. That's called a CCCB, counter-cyclical capital conservation buffer. That is again 2.5%. So then it will become 11.5 plus 2.5. So 12, 14, up till now, till today, RBI has never put up this CCCB. Up till now, it has not put up. In future, if the situation arises, now what can be the situation where RBI will put up CCCB? Many of them feel that if there is a serious war situation, some drought situation, these are the general answers. Some drought situation, some COVID-like situation, then RBI might put up this CCCB, but it's not that. RBI will put up CCCB only when it sees huge liquidity. See, what is all this? This CRAR, what is this for? For absorbing the liquidity. If there is huge liquidity, only then it will absorb it during the good times. So that in future, whenever bad times come, We can use that liquidity which is absorbed. Okay. So that is the main reason. Okay. So now before going, let me show you the batches. Join the batches ASAP. See, we are now coming up with the PYQ sessions as well as we are coming up with the revision batches. So all of them are useful for you. Join them ASAP. Go to Adda 24/7. Always go through the app. In the app, you will be getting 1% extra. Okay. So go to Adda 24/7. Click on JIB and CAIIB. See this. Click on JIB and CAIIB. This. Click on CAIIB June. See the batches now. Case studies plus PYQs plus MCQ. Okay. This is bilingual. This is English. This is English. So join anyone as per your language preference. We are coming up with the revision batch also later. So join this PYQ session. Case studies plus PYQ plus MCQs. Click on this. Look at this. Ebooks, online live classes, you get tests in this, and look at this. The important part is, look at the discount part. Put the code Y432. See this. Enter the code Y432. Never forget this code. 77% discount plus 1% extra through the app. Because in the app you are getting 1%. Download the app first and then purchase the courses. Okay. So net you are getting 78% off over here. So join it immediately for all the subjects. It is there, huh? All the subjects. Also you can join the Mahapack. Those who are planning for longer term, they can join the Mahapack. In Mahapack you are getting multiple batches, 15 plus batches per subject. Look at this. CAIIB Mahapack. Okay. Here you are getting ebooks plus mock tests plus online live classes plus recorded sessions. All of them. Okay. 15 plus batches per subject. So it's one of the best tools for you. And check the discounts. Discounts are again the same. 77 plus 1, 78%. So don't miss. Okay.